Hey folks, I'm Geeker Andy, and this is the 7.3.0 update for the Final Stand 2. A quick rundown of the update includes 4 new perks, 2 new weapons, a consumable item, and a myriad number of changes to many different systems in the game, from perks, perk slots, zombies, the shop, and even the UI. But first, I would like to give a big thank you to the developer Badass Ketchup for granting me the privilege to playtest the beta for this update. Let's start with the new perks. Our first perk is a red perk called Pyromaniac. This perk basically increases the range of anything that deals fire damage. That includes gas cans, molotovs, flame turrets, even weapons with incendiary upgrades like the RPK, Scorpion, and Vector. Of course, it impacts all flamethrower weapons as well, including the freeze thrower. The second new perk is a blue perk called Shotgun Brawler. When holding a shotgun, you'll get increased resistance, as well as restoring armor every time you get a shotgun kill. Keep in mind, this is an active restoration of armor and not a regenerative effect, so this will not restore health with Meat Shield. It will also not activate Better Than New. Our third new perk is a green perk called Speed Demon. Every time you kill a zombie, you get a speed boost stack that maxes out at 7 stacks. However, if you don't kill zombies for a few seconds, your speed boost stacks will quickly go away. Our last new perk is a purple perk called Aggravator. When you kill zombies, you gain a stack that increases your damage, but also your detection radius. Kind of a risk-reward thing. As you kill zombies, you will deal more damage, but zombies will be more likely to target you over other nearby players. Out of all the new perks in this update, I think Shotgun Brawler is my favorite, just because being able to restore armor on kill is very nice, and the fact that you also just get a passive resistance boost, I really like as well. This update comes with 2 new weapons, the first of which is the winner of the Discord community poll, where users voted on what new type of weapon they wanted to be added to the game. The bow ended up winning by a landslide, having nearly 1,000 votes, with the runner-up not even hitting 400. As such, here's the recurve bow, an early game weapon that deals an incredible amount of damage to headshots, with a very nice 125% money multiplier. It's even got upgrades for boosting critical chance and pierce. That being said, this cannot ignore armor, so have someone else shoot armored zombies if they appear. While the bow won the community poll, the runner-up also won, with a new sniper rifle being added to the game. This is the Scout, a cheap and lightweight but slow-firing sniper rifle that can pierce through zombies and some armor, while being able to hold a massive amount of reserve ammo. My advice when using this weapon is to actually get a little closer, because its max accuracy when aiming down the sights is 95%. However, if you use Bullseye, you could reliably snipe targets from far distances. The last of the items being added to the game is the new Speed Drink item. At its core, it grants a speed boost when you drink it, but it can also be upgraded to give action speed bonuses and even the potential to freeze time. Let's look at the shop itself, as it has received some changes. First of all of the drink consumables have been moved into their own little vending machine. Additionally, next to the night summary board, players can now view the upcoming uncommon zombies and some information about them. I quite like this change, as it helps with planning ahead for the next uncommon type. Additionally, there's now a feature to show your numerical experience value in the settings below. This can show your current experience at your current level, as well as your weapon experience. Perk slots themselves have also gone through a change. When you prestiged before, perk slots that you would unlock from leveling up would lock when you prestiged. Now they won't lock when you prestige. Additionally, the requirements for the 9th perk slot has been made a little bit easier. Before, on the top Slayer leaderboard, you would have to get first place in order to get it permanently. Otherwise, the 2nd through 10th place would only get it for 1 week. Now, you only need to be on the board and any of the 10 places in order to get it permanently. The electric zombie has been reworked to have a stronger focus on deployables rather than players. To start off, the ranged zap attack that it does can now only target sentry guns, Tesla coils, and players. However, the zap attack when hitting a deployable can still chain onto any electric deployable. Additionally, the range at which the electric zombie can use its ranged zap attack against players has been reduced by 20%, but increased by 20% for deployables. So, if you're a player, you can be a little bit closer before it targets you, but your deployables can be targeted from further away to get zapped. When prioritizing what target to zap, the electric zombie will of course zap the closest target, but it has been changed so that players are treated as being 50% further away than they actually are. Toxic zombies have received a small cosmetic change. Their heads will now just glow just like their arms. This actually does make them easier to see though, so I actually like this change. There's also been some important weapon changes in this update. Your starter melee knife and the starter pistol can now have their upgrades sold, meaning you can recuperate 80% of the money that you spent on those upgrades, while of course keeping the melee and pistol in your inventory, just in their base form. One thing to keep in mind is that while Bargainer does work on the pistol to get all your sellback money, it does not work on the melee. Additionally, both the flintlock pistol and rifle have received some small buffs. Now, there have been quite a few perk changes in this update. While bullet hell and critical speed have been reworked, in order to explain their rework, we also need to explain the new mechanic they talk about. Momentum. The momentum mechanic name is a bit of a misnomer, as it doesn't truly represent what momentum is, but I will break it down for you. Momentum is a stat based off your current movement speed that will range from 0% to 100% momentum. Momentum starts out at 0% at 11 speed and will max out at 100% momentum at 26 speed. This momentum bar will appear when you have a perk that relies on your current momentum value, that currently being bullet hell and critical speed. This percentage of momentum determines how much of a benefit you gain from perks that depend on your current momentum value. This mechanic existing may be slightly confusing, but this is just because it gives room for the future for balancing reasons and for new speed-based content. Now let's talk about those two momentum-based perks. Both bullet hell and critical speed now have a maximum benefit from momentum they can gain from their perks, with level 4 bullet hell at 30% per stage, and critical speed at 8% per stage. For those who just want to know how their speed builds differ from before this update, consider this as just a net nerf for your current builds for now. For those interested in the specific numbers, there's a good chance I'll be putting up a document in the description showing the efficacy of how these perks have changed. Now let's take a look at the other perks. Freeze frame has been nerfed to no longer gain kill stacks while time is frozen. Shockproof has now been buffed to reduce the electric damage from electric zombies. This just refers to range zap attack that they do. A lot of melee-based perks have been buffed this update. Diffuser, Bloodthirst, Reach, Rampage, and Sword and Shield have been buffed. Some blue perks have also been buffed. Life Leech, Vampirism, and Critical Heal are getting some buffs. Long Range is getting a buff by also providing an accuracy boost. Focused Fire is getting a small nerf by a reduction to its accuracy bonus. Other than that, there have just been your usual slew of bug fixes and miscellaneous changes like text improvements. But overall, that is pretty much everything that is in the update for today. Don't go away yet. Before I end the video here, I would like to announce that I'm doing another Game Pass giveaway. In the description, I will have a Google Forms link that will allow you to submit your entry into the giveaway. I will be selecting 2 random eligible winners for a Game Pass of their choice, of which the winners will be notified roughly 1 week after this video has been made public. Overall, that is the 7.3.0 update for the Final Stand 2. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below, or ask me directly in the Final Stand 2 Discord server. Farewell!